One of the most common fears that I hear of guys who want to start posting content is the fear of judgment, particularly with your old high school friends. And it's exactly the same fear that I had. So I started YouTube 2020. I was like that video gamer in high school. Then I went away to university and I had like all those, the party degenerate social experience in university. Then I got into entrepreneurship. I had a really tough year where I was addicted to weed and I graduated from university, but then I was like broke and I was trying all these different businesses. Eventually I decided YouTube is the thing. But before I got consistently posting, I kept on thinking of those motherfuckers in high school, just thinking, bro, if I post this video, they're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna screenshot it, share the link and send it to each other. And that stopped me from posting consistently for months because I knew for a fact that people who I used to be friends with or I used to know from high school would laugh at me. It stopped me for months. That one specific fear, like, maybe the two, it feels like a bit vague in your mind, but when you really think of it specifically, how many names can you actually say you're scared of in your mind? Like 2 or 3, not even, real fear, but how many like people in your mind do you think of when you think like, oh yeah, they'll laugh at me and it'll be a bit cringe? Like 2 or 3 people, that's it. It's sad that they have that much power over you where they've done nothing and you're still scared of their response to you. Eventually I got over this, but I don't want to tell you my story of getting over it. I want to tell you a story of actually one of my students inside of my program. So I did a meetup in Las Vegas in 2024 last year. Basically, I have like this program where I help you to become a content creator, and it won this big business event by this guy named Alex Hamosi. He had this business event and I got first place with this program. So I was staying in like this fancy 5-star hotel and I posted on my group saying, oh guys, let's do like a little meetup here, come through. So a bunch of guys, maybe like 10, 15 of people of the program came over to come meet me, and it was wholesome, first like US meetup. I met them there. We went into my hotel, like into the restaurant. I got everyone dinner. It was like wholesome, right? But one of the guys said to me that he wanted to start posting content, but he was just scared because people would judge him. His friends from high school would find it was cringe. I asked him what topic he's gonna post to, like, what's his niche? And he says, oh, he wants to help people lose weight because he used to be fat and he's not anymore. He was in great shape and he just wanted to help other people do that. So I paused for a second, I looked him in the eyes and I said, there's a fat guy like younger you who's gonna kill himself if you don't post your content. That was it. He knew exactly like what I meant by that, and I think if you're right for this, you'll know as well. Just by the nature of like how impactful this work can be, and by the nature of probability and like the numbers game, if you post consistently, I'm talking you right now, for the next year and you get like 1,000 subscribers, let's say you post for 3 years, you get 100,000 subscribers, there's gonna be someone who doesn't kill themselves because they started watching you. For me, there's been thousands, maybe even 10,000 guys who are genuinely going to kill themselves and didn't because of my videos. Never mind the million or so guys who've had like a rapid life improvement. But I'm talking like literally, there was people who were going to take their lives and did not because of my videos, and the same will be true for you. That put it into perspective for this student of mine that I was talking to. From the look of his face within a second, I knew that he got it. I knew that he just understood exactly what I meant. And the idea was that like the fear of judgment from these people in high school who may or may not cringe and say something about our videos, that could lead to someone that we could have saved not being saved. Like if you think about what your niche is going to be, the topic of your videos that you've been thinking about, maybe it's fitness or nofap, whatever. Think about the worst days in your life, like according to that topic. So the worst times, when nofap was like such a problem, or where you kept on binge eating or whatever. Think of those worst days that you've had. There's people out there living that right now and basically just waiting for you to post your content, because it will be served to them on the algorithm. Like, can you not see how important this is? There's people like younger you who feel the same emotions, who think the same thoughts, And as soon as you start posting consistently with more bravery and courage, like the kind, not like, just posting and being scared, hoping that it doesn't pop off, but with the bravery, thinking like, yeah, I want this video to be fucking shown to the world. When you start posting like that and the algorithm starts feeding your video to the people it's perfect for, imagine someone just like in that state that you were in, seeing that on their YouTube homepage, clicking, subscribing, and then being like one of your top fans and achieving the same kind of transformation that you're going through right now. Imagine them meeting you in person, where you're like the cool influencer and you see just how emotional they are to you. And it kind of, boosts up your ego. You feel like, yeah, the influencer, whatever, but it only hits you at some point thinking like, damn, like he was emotional because I might have actually saved his fucking life. And he's just that grateful for my work. And now imagine if you don't get to experience all of that because of those say those names in your mind, the 1 or 2 motherfuckers from high school that might cringe at your videos. Who gives a fuck? Let's say worst case scenario, people find your content. Let's say you're still in school. Many of the guys who watch this channel are older, but let's say you're still in school, because that's even worse, right? Like if you're older, you're not in school anymore and people find your channel. It's like, yeah, sure, but you don't even have to fucking see them, right? But I've got some students inside of my program who are still in school who have posted that people found their YouTube channels and then they started watching them in school. Like, they put it up on the big board and they started roasting them for it. Guess what I say? Laugh with them. Like, it's not that big of a fucking deal. The worst thing you could do in that situation, imagine you're in school and like your other school kids put up your videos on like the big TV in your classroom. The worst thing you could do is one of my students did this. He went onto his channel and he deleted all of his videos. Because it's such a total bitch move, because now he got ripped on way more for that. Now it's like he left our program, he was getting bullied and everything because like offense intended, he responded like a bitch. Like imagine if someone like watched my videos on the big screen and started laughing about it, like, oh, this guy's improving his life. Do you think I'd start deleting all my videos? I'd look like a fucking retard, right? You look like a fucking jackass if you do that, if it's because of like negativity, right? If it's like, I've deleted a bunch of videos before, but it's a business move to change the niche and everything, that's different. We're talking about fear of judgment here. The kid who did this, he just like disappeared from our program, he just left. And I could tell he was going through some shit just before he left, because he was writing posts like, oh, I'm so depressed, I hate my life, everyone's bullying me. And I was like, yeah, but you fucking deserve it. Like, why the fuck would you backtrack like that? Like, that's like you wearing like a shirt you think is cool to school. Someone insults you, and then you take the shirt off right away. Everyone's gonna know you're a fucking bitch, right? Like that, right? Let's say worst case scenario that happens. Do you know what the correct response is if you walk into school one day and some kids like roasting your videos and everyone's watching kind of cringing a bit because you're talking about like self-improvement or not fapping or whatever? Just giggle and laugh with them all. Everyone's laughing. You say, like, you're shouting on camera, laugh with it. And be like, yeah, but it's true though. Yeah, but it's true. But Jack, you jack off all the time. You remember that time you told me you jack off looking at Ellie's pictures? That's it. Like, fucking shout back at them, like get into some fucking beef with them. You don't go on your fucking phone and delete them all thinking, oh, you know what? I won't pursue my dream anymore because I'm a fucking little bitch. You stand firm in the man that you are. You don't wear new shoes that you like to school. Some kid roasts you for them and you just take them off and put them in your backpack and start walking around barefooted. You look like a fucking idiot. You look like such a bitch if you do that. You don't backtrack when people judge you for pursuing your dream. You don't go to the basketball court, read a tweet or a Snapchat of people saying like, oh, Hamza's at the basketball court, and then just fucking put the ball down and yep, that's it. No NBA for me. Bitch. So if you're scared of people judging you, what's actually going to happen realistically? Like, if you're not even in school as well, bro, realistically, people are going to share shit just like they do anyway. People do that shit, bro. Like, the content of people roasting you doesn't matter. You know, the topic of which you get roasted on doesn't matter. Some people just roast people. It's just that simple. And it's like when you're getting roasted by other kids in school or by your family who think your videos are cringe, just clap back at them or just be stoic and ignore it and don't spend time with them. But for the love of God, pursue your dream, pursue your business. Like, do you see how much fucking money you can make in this business? Right now it's cringe. Yeah, it is. Like, I say it as a fucking influencer, you being an influencer, you recording some videos, it is cringe. Just like a skinny kid going to the gym and try, like, you know, doing some weightlifting with shit form. It looks a bit cringe. Right now we can be like bigger people and say, actually it's not cringe because he's actually trying to help his life. Yeah, but a fat motherfucker in the gym does look a bit funny. Like, we can just admit that, right? We don't need to be like fucking PC and woke. A fat person in the gym, it kind of looks funny in some ways. Like, I'm not the only one who thinks that, right? Yeah, we're supposed to be nice people thinking, yeah, but they're in the gym. But people don't think like that. People don't look at you with like fucking 13 views and think, yeah, but he's just trying to be an influencer. They'll look at you and think, oh, that's cringe. He's trying to be an influencer. I think that as well. Right, I left here, right, my apartment building yesterday, get on my motorbike, and as I was leaving the building, I saw like a little tripod. This guy was recording himself, like getting onto his bike, and then he moved the tripod, drive in and everything. And I was thinking in my mind, like, yeah, that's a bit cringe. I'm a fucking influencer. I've made videos like that. I've made millions of dollars, and even I called it a bit cringe. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with it. He's being productive. But the thing is, I do it as well. I literally think it's a bit cringe when someone's recording content. Not because I'm an asshole or anything, not because it's like something bad, because it just is. But why would that stop you from pursuing your dream? My neighbor here probably thinks I'm fucking cringe as fuck for like shouting every day if she knows that like I'm recording content. It's fine. It's fine. Like, bro, people will roast you for like the fucking color of shirt that you wear. Like, if I wore this in high school, people would have just called me like, okay, shut up, yellow shirt. Like, people would have just said some shit like that. Like, I remember once where I said to, like, my friend said something and I said something back to him and I said, shut up, nose hair. Because he had like a bit of hair, like, you know, like nose hair sticking out. And I just said, shut up, nose hair. And everyone burst out laughing and called him that and his cheeks went red. In high school, people just say shit, bro. It's just that simple. Why would you take it seriously? Imagine if that kid went home and he was like, oh, I've got nose hair. Oh, like, sure, if he trimmed it, fine. But imagine if he's like, oh my God, yeah, I've got to change like my ethnicity. That's like, you, like, fucking relax. I'm not saying that people aren't gonna judge you, and I'm also not a pussy telling you like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. I'm talking to you like a fucking male. XY fucking chromosomes. I'm talking to you like a male because you are a male, but you act like a bitch. Like, if I was gonna fight you, I wouldn't even throw fists. I'd smack you like this, like a fucking bitch slap, because you're scared of like a bit of fucking male to male roast. Your fucking single mother let you down, and your low testosterone father, if he is in the household, let you down, because this was your father's job to have like this little friendly roasting battle with you, like that. You know, like how your father can play with a child and he can throw them up in the air. Verbally, you can play with a child by roasting them, and so many fathers don't do that because now the overbearing mother kind of stops it and the government thinks it's bad or something. But this was your fucking bitch father's like fault. He was supposed to train you so that words don't hurt your feelings. But now here we are, you're watching a fucking 13-minute video of like, oh man, like, oh, people might laugh at my content. Yeah, of course they will. I'm not gonna lie to you and say, no, they won't, it's all good. And yeah, bro, like, you know, they'll be working for you in the future. I'm not gonna say any cringe shit like that. People are going to laugh at you no matter what you do. If you become successful as an influencer, people will laugh at you. If you don't become successful as an influencer, people will laugh at you. If you get a shit job, people will laugh at you. If you get a great job, people will laugh at you. So people laughing at you is just like, it's just a stable thing in life. So you can allow that to change your actions, or you can just laugh at it and laugh back at them. Are you male? Is your penis fucking inverted and do you have one testicle? Because if not, if you can just do this for a second, grab your fucking nuts and make sure there's two there. If you've got two nuts, when someone laughs at your content, it's fine. People do that shit, bro. It's fine. Like, have a pair of fucking balls, pursue your fucking dream and post your content anyway. It's not that big of a deal. And the thing is, look, when you see a small YouTuber, small influencer, you know, sometimes you're scrolling and you see like a small influencer trying to, you know, like make it big. You cringe a little bit as well, don't you? Sometimes, you know, when you're scrolling Instagram Reels and then you notice you're on like a small creators, you just, for some reason the algorithm shows you one where he's got like 40 likes and no comments. It's a bit cringe. You find it cringe as well, but guess what? You fucking go on to the next reel straight after that. It doesn't matter. You might have seen someone from your high school try and post content and it's like, it's a bit funny, it's a bit gay, but then after that it's like you don't think about it. It's that simple. So if you're holding off on posting content because someone from high school might laugh at it, or your family might think it's weird or whatever, yeah, they will. I'm not gonna lie to you, they will. But who gives a shit? You can just post it anyway. And 2 years from now, you'll be making like $10,000, $25,000 from that. Who gets the last laugh? Right? So I hope you can take this seriously and not procrastinate your dreams as much as I did. And when you're ready to actually pursue that, I invite you to the top link in this description underneath this video, which is my free community for guys who want to get rich using content. And the second link below that is my paid program if you want to have a look at that. Hope this helps you. Goodbye.